Good afternoon everyone, it's Nick here and I'll be reviewing the brand new Sky show Brassic. This takes place in Horley, which is a village in northern England, and it is a great show. It's beautiful, it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like, you know, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch had a love child, and they called it Trainspotting. Very much that is basically the show. So what's it about? Well, you follow three main characters. You've got Erin, who's a lovely lady, played by, Michelle Keegan. You have Ryan Sampson, who plays another guy called Dylan, and you've got Joel, what's his name? Joel Gilgan, who plays Vinnie. These are the main three characters, and there's a couple of other characters, satellite characters around them. The reason I actually started watching it is because of Joel. I mean, he plays Cassidy in Preacher, and I love him so much in that I saw him and I was like, hang on, I want to see what he's like as another character. He's actually been in another show I've watched called Misfits, but I haven't seen it for years, and he certainly delivers. He's a brilliant actor, absolutely excellent. He manages to pull off an Irish vampire, even though he's English, and yeah, he's a very, very cool actor. So yeah, we follow these characters. They are living in a kind of a shithole, really. They don't have money, which is why it's called Brassic. Brassic basically is Cockney slang for Brassic lint, skint, means no money. So you can say to somebody, sorry, I can't lend you money because I'm Brassic, I've got no money. And they commit crimes, minor crimes, stealing a car, stealing a Shetland pony, to try and get by. But Erin wants to get out because she's got a kid, and she wants to take Dylan, who's the best friend of Vinnie, with her, and that's where the relationship sort of starts straining. Now, Vinnie is also bipolar. He has quite a bad, tragic past that you find out about later, and yeah, so that's where the stress comes, and that's where we start the show. It is a lot of fun. It is absolutely hysterical. I remember a couple of times just sort of choking on beer or wine or whatever the hell I was drinking, probably cider as a matter of fact, and it's almost spitting this stuff out. Seriously, it's that funny. I mean, when you watch a Shetland pony competition and two of the main competitors walk past each other and go, "You're a cunt," "No, you're a cunt," that kind of stuff is going to make you laugh. It's a very, very English show. If you don't like Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels or any Guy Ritchie movie, you're really probably not going to like this, or don't like Trainspotting. I mean, Trainspotting is, yeah, it starts out almost like Trainspotting. I didn't know anything about the show other than the fact that it had Joel Gilgan, and I was like, okay, cool, give it a shot. And it starts up with him driving in a BMW, trying to get away from the cops, with literally what was like Trainspotting. You know, in Trainspotting it goes, get the girl, get the job, get the car, get the dog, and that whole sort of litany of, you know, reading things out. This one starts just like that, only it's fuck the Guardian, fuck this, fuck social media, that kind of thing. So I was like, at first I thought maybe it was a Trainspotting series. I then thought maybe it's a Snatch series. I mean, they really borrow a lot from different people. It's quite a derivative show. The Snatch thing, I mean, there were elements that, like for example, remember Edward Norton lying, resting his head on Meatloaf's big boobs in that one shot in the movie Fight Club? They have that in this. They have elements from Snatch where, what was it? You had the pikeys, for example, boxing. You have again in this, you've got a pikey boxer, and things go wrong there. That's an entire episode. So yeah, basically each episode, of course, there's a plot that runs the whole way through, all of them, but each episode is like a mission. Like one of the missions is breaking into a strip joint to steal stuff. Another mission is stealing fish. Another one is stealing a Shetland pony, which goes sour because of this reason and that. And that's the thing, every single one of those little missions gets fucked up, and the main character, Vinnie, tries to fix it. He's a good guy. He's a really nice guy. He's just really down on his luck. They're all very, very nice people. And unfortunately, they piss off one bad guy, very much like the bad guy from Snatch, you know, with the whole, do you know the definition of the word nemesis? That kind of character. So there's a lot, like I said, it's a very derivative show. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I think it works really well. It's such an English show, though. Like I said, if you don't like the others, you probably won't like this. You also probably won't understand it if you are not English, okay? I lived here and I was schooled here, and I had issues sometimes. I had to remind and go, what the fuck did they say? And not because they're dropping Cockney slang all the time, though they do it occasionally. It's just that, you know, the accents can be quite heavy in particular shots. So it is beautifully shot. The music is fantastic. I don't know who did the sound score, but it really is absolutely brilliant over here. I'm just going to put up some notes about yeah. So the camera work is really great. The acting is brilliant as well. I had some issues though with some of the jokes. I mean, they recycle a lot of them. I think there's at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5 times where the main character Vinnie, Joel must have seen a lot of cocks in the making of this show, because half the time there's some guy standing bare naked ass with the camera like shooting his ass, Joel in the background, and the guy standing like this right in front of him, you know, crutching his face. I mean, I think he saw the dick of half his characters, including a psychiatrist, though that was on a phone, admittedly. It is funny as fuck. It really is very, very funny. The psychiatrist, the worst psychiatrist ever. You're sitting there spitting your guts out to the guy, and he's looking at his phone on like Tinder, talking to the hot girls. He's buying weed, for example, from his patients, that kind of. He's really, really brilliant, the actor. I don't know who it is, but I've recognised his face. But he's absolutely hysterical. So yes, I really do recommend watching it. It is a absolute blast. I'm really happy that I did. As I said, I binge watched the hell out of this yesterday, all 6 episodes, and they do have a second season coming along. And I mean, a show like this is really, really works because of the actors. The actors really make this too. The script writing is good. Don't get me wrong, but as I said, there's a lot borrowed. So I think it was kind of like. A map had really been laid out for them and just borrowed pieces to sort of make a continent kind of story. It's a really fucking bad analogy. Anyway, it's definitely worth watching. I'll give it an easy 8 out of 10. Go out, give it a shot. You'll laugh your head off. And it's a pity that, like I say, these characters, I think Joel isn't on Twitter because some of the other cast and crew are actually sending out tweets right now. And it's bloody funny, some of the stuff that these guys have to say. And also some clips too from the actual show. But yeah, enjoy it and I'll catch you guys later. See you.